On tonight's show, we have the CEO and owner of the new live streaming platform, Show Streamz, Carlos Pittman. And now for your host, KoolKard. Welcome, everyone, back to Kicking It with KoolKard show, episode 47. Yes, it's election night. You know, I can't do the suit and tie too much, you know what I'm saying? But I almost put a bow tie on for y'all, you know what I mean? It's election night. It's my mother's birthday. God rest her soul. You know, mama, I love you. I miss you. This is all for you, man. All because of you, mom. All this is happening. I wouldn't be here. So thankful, love you, blessings. I know you're shining down, smiling down on me. Hey, election night, y'all, in America. But listen, in the United States of KoolKard, all voting is in, and the tally has been tallied. And yes, we have a winner. We have a new president-elect, Eric B. for president, term 3. Y'all go out there. If you sleeping, wake up. Go check out that new Eric Bellinger album. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. You don't know about Eric Bellinger, man. I'm telling you, one of the greatest songwriters, one of the greatest singers. In my opinion, hands down, just slept on. But I'm telling you, he's about to wake y'all up. Eric B. for president, y'all. Yeah, so listen, anybody who's tuning in, I want to thank you for tuning in. And if you saw the promo, it was I had promo for Incredible Ziggy, a dance artist, choreographer out of Ghana, Africa. Unfortunately, he had to cancel on me at last minute for some unforeseen things or whatnot. But you know, show must go on. And I got my good friend Carlos Pittman back on the show. He has a new streaming platform that we're gonna talk about. I'm telling you, it's very innovative. It's gonna change the world. He's doing things differently. Because I know you're thinking, oh, streaming, yeah, everybody's streaming. But no, I'm telling you, it's out the box. It's out the box. Very innovative, very forward thinking the way he's going to do it and the way he is doing it. I don't know how much he can tell you because he's still in his, beginning stages or whatnot. But I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. All right. Last minute thing, had to run this, had to put this together, man. We had to keep it going. But I know I wanted to bring him on here because I'm telling you, this brother, he has a great mind. He has a lot of business ventures that he's dealing with. He came on the show previously. We were talking about Caps by Cap, his hat line. We're talking about, what else were we talking about? I think we talked about Caps by Cap. I think that's what we came on here and talked about. I don't know. Forgive me, Carlos. You can remind me when I bring you in. But I believe I interviewed him and I spoke to him about Caps by Cap and his brand and everything that he had going on with that. But now, and this is not just out the blue. He's been working on this. This has been a dream of his. I'm telling you, we've talked about this for years. All right. And now it's finally coming to fruition. It's a full-fledged, thriving business. And yes, I say thriving because he's doing it the right way. He's crossing all of his T's, dotting his I's, and everything is coming together. He has some great stuff in store. All right. Well, without further ado, and yes, I want to thank you guys once again for tuning in because I know it's election night. So if you're not tuning in live and if you're just checking the replay, I still appreciate you tuning in. If this is your first time, please subscribe so I can keep bringing you this value that I'm going to bring you tonight and that I've been bringing you all 46 other times I got on here and gave you some good stuff. All right. So let me bring Carlos Pittman in without further ado. I don't have my great intro tonight because this was last minute, like I said, but the show must go on. Introducing Carlos Pittman. Let's go. What's up, brother?
What's happening? What's up, man?
Man, I appreciate you coming through last minute for your boy.
I appreciate you bringing me back on, man. Anytime, man. I'm here for you, boy. So, I'll hop on here anytime.
Yes, indeed. I already know. It's all love.
On you, man. I'm here.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
We'll make it happen. First and foremost, man, I want to say, happy birthday to your mother and
thank you.
Happy birthday, belated birthday to your pops.
Thank you.
may they both rest in peace.
Yeah.
You know, it's always, you know, something that we hold forever in our hearts and in our minds, man, when, you know, our parents are, you know, their birthdays or anniversaries and things of that nature come up. So
yeah,
happy birthday to both.
I appreciate that, man. It's excuse me. It's something about that. It's really something about that. You know, a lot of people, you know, you can't tell anyone how to feel about losing a loved one or how it affects them years down the line. You know, I lost my mom at a very early age. I was 9 years old. So, yeah, I miss my mom. Yeah, I love my mom. Yeah, I wish my mom was here. It doesn't hit me as much anymore because I'm up in age and I got the memories and I understand life more. You know, when I was younger, I dealt with it differently, but now I'm older, I just celebrate it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not to say that I don't feel sad. It's not to say that I don't feel hurt, but I just celebrate it. I know what life is. I know that there's a God. I know he had a reason. I know he had a purpose, and she served a very good purpose. She was a very brilliant, smart woman, left-handed, valedictorian of her college class, you know, very smart, very loving, very God-like woman, driven, went to church every Sunday, drug us to church, man, pure, never lied, never stole, never cheated. You know what I'm saying? And I can say I have a lot of her qualities. I've never cheated on any of my women. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to, you know, hold my head high because people go through things or whatever, and people, you know, whatever. But I'm just saying, like, those are the qualities that I got from my mother. I don't lie. I don't steal. I don't cheat. It doesn't sit right on my heart and my soul. Like, I can't go on. Like, it kills me. I gotta talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I talk about it, or I gotta address it. I gotta say something to whatever if I feel like I've wronged somebody. You know what I mean? So I just say that to say you gotta celebrate life. You gotta celebrate your loved ones. My father's birthday was on the 1st. My mother's is today. So if you know, if I have
2 days apart, man, that's
2 days apart. My brother's is on the 9th. You know, it's crazy. His wife after my mother, her birthday's tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like, it's crazy.
Wow.
But I'm just saying this. I'm not gonna get too long with it, but I'm just saying this. I take it in stride. I celebrate life. I know what life is about now. Cause if I did it, man, I'd be a mess right now. My father on the 1st, my mother on the 3rd. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. Anyway, we ain't come on here to talk about that, but we wanted to just celebrate.
All you can do, man, is celebrate them, man, and you still hold those memories, you know, dear to you. And like you said, you know, there's time, you have your moments, but you know, all you can do, man, is just hold them close to you, hold those memories close, man, and you know, think about the good times and just celebrate those anniversary, those dates of, you know, birthdays and things of that sort. So yeah, man, I'm fully with you on that, man.
Yeah,
so
for sure. And I mean, and you know, and just to go a little bit further, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's celebrate your mom. You know, you lost your mom. You know what I'm saying? You lost your mom kind of in the same respect that I lost my mom. You know what I mean? And you lost her later in life, so that's a little bit more fresh for you. You know?
Right.
So that's the comparison. Like me, I lost at 9 years old, man.
Right.
I didn't have that many memories with her. You know what I mean? You had a whole lifetime with your mother. So I know that hits you differently. You know? And I know you celebrate your mom. You get together with your family. You know? I know you still cry. I know it still hurts you to your core. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, 10 years, man.
Yeah.
10 years.
Yeah. So, and that's why I say, man, you can never tell anybody how to feel, how to hurt, how to grieve, you know, because everybody is different. And like for me, I lost at an early age. You lost her later. You got more memories, more life with her. You know what I mean? More experiences with her. So I know that hits home. It's just different, you know? For me, man, like the memories are, I ain't gonna lie to you, the memories are fading. Not of my mother, but just of the times. Because I was so young, you know what I mean? My brother has to remind me sometimes, like, yo, I remember when da-da-da-da-da and you and mom and da-da-da. I'm just like, I don't even know what you're talking about right now. You know?
Right. You know? Yeah, because that's like so long ago. You have to try to remember that, you know? Yeah. So yeah, man, I definitely I definitely get that, man. Yeah, you know, the anniversary of my mother's passing was October 18th, and
Dang.
you know, our family, we got together, and it was a celebration. You know, it was like, hey, let's get together. We usually try to go to, you know, her favorite restaurant, and you know, all just sit down, talk, man, and just, you know,
Yeah.
break bread and just celebrate her, celebrate life.
Yes.
So yeah, so man, that's what we did. If, you know, we can come together, man, and do that, we try to do that every year.
Totally.
Crazy thing, man, is I was in the hospital for a little bit, and you know, not too many people knew that I was in the hospital. You know, just you and my, you know, close family, my sister, my brother, and my wife and kids. But what was crazy was the nurse came in, and she was like, your sister calling to, you know, check and see how you were doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, my sister? I'm texting my sister right now, so I know my sister couldn't call me to see how I was doing. I know my wife didn't call because she would call my cell phone. She didn't have the, you know, the number to the room.
Yeah.
So I asked the lady again. I was like, who? I'm like, nobody. So I'm texting. I'm like, who told, you know, did you guys tell anybody I was here? They were like, no. Man, first I was like, that's my mother calling.
Wow.
That was my mother calling the hospital, man. It couldn't have been nobody else because no one else
had. Giving me chills.
Right. Yeah, man. And I just like, I said, wow, she just called and check up on me, man. So, yeah, man, she's, you know, our mothers and, you know, your father and stuff, like, they're still here, man. They're in spirit with us. They're here with us every day. You know, that's what, you know, make me continue to go on and do what I do with, you know, being an entrepreneur. My mother, you know, always wanted to start and open up her own business and never really got the opportunity to. So it's like I'm living out her dream by doing what I do, and, you know, coming up with ideas and you know, just trying to make her proud of, you know, of what I've become and what I can do, and just in her name, and just represent her, man. So, you know, I you know, when you say like the quality, you have those qualities and stuff from your mother, I feel those same things and same attributes, because I know she was she had a, you know, entrepreneur mind and spirit, and, you know, so I'm just like, I'm living through that.
You know what I mean? You know what I remember most about your mother, man? She was a hard worker, and she didn't cut any corners, man. Right. She didn't cut any corners, and I see that in you. You know what I mean? A hard worker. Like when you do it, you do it. You know, it's no time off. Ain't no cutting corners. It's like, if I'm gonna do the job, do it right. Right. You know, and you finish the job. So yeah, I see that in you, your brother, and your sister. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you definitely. And, you know, she always pushed us to be great and do great things. You know, and you know, that's where I get it from. That's what I think about. And like, okay, you know, as a child, sometimes you don't understand, like when your parents, you know, tell you things, but later on in life, you can reflect on those things. You say, you know what, they were right. Like, this life out here that we live, like, you know, they were trying to set us up to be successful and do the right things. And so yeah, I always go back to that, man. And just that's where I have my core. And, you know, she was a woman of faith and in the church, and, you know, same thing. So, you know, if we're not rooted in that, and I know there's a lot of people that's not rooted in that. Yeah. And then, like, you know, just kind of switching gears here for a little bit. But if you look at where we are right now as a country, and I don't, you know, like talk too much about politics, but, you know, with this election that's going on between, you know, Biden and Trump, there's a lot of hate, man, on sides, you know, over a candidate, man, you know. But those men can't solve all of our problems. You know, government, Congress can't solve all of our problems. The man above can solve our problems, though. You know, we can put our faith and our trust in him. Like, and if people are not rooted in that or have that on their side, you know, they're out there lost, man. Yeah, you know. Sure. So whatever happens in this election, like, I know for me, and I know, you know, like, things are gonna move on. We're gonna be fine, because, you know, we got the good Lord on our side, man. And that's what I'm looking at. That's my president.
Yeah,
So,
none of that stuff moves me, bothers me. Man, I don't think about it. You know, I couldn't tell you what went on in the presidential debates, what was talked about, no nothing, because I didn't watch it. I don't care. God is my president. God's my day, my life, my family.
right.
I don't care about that. Like you said, they can't solve all of our problems, but they sure can create some. But
Right.
who's gonna deal with that? I give it up to God. Yeah, I just keep moving on and do what I can do as a man, and as a citizen, and the rights that I have. I went out and voted. I did my part when it comes to that. But
Right.
the outcome,
Right. You can't. You did your part.
whatever it's gonna be, is gonna be.
We did what we can do. Outside of that, we can't change the number of electoral votes they get. We can't do none of
Right.
that. We did our part, and we'll see what happens at the end.
I'll
So
focus on running my household. Because
Right.
I'm not running the country.
Same here,
You know what I'm saying? I'm not running the country. So I'm going to focus on running my household, run it the right way. Keep God first.
Same here.
And not worry about all that. I want to say one thing. We're going to get into Show Streamz. I want to say one thing. And this is kind of, I've never gone this far in speaking about politics, but I just want to say something. I just want you to think about something. And regardless of who I voted for, who you voted for, this is just something that I acknowledged when I heard "Make America Great Again." What does that mean? And I just follow me. What does that mean? Okay, we had a president who looked like us for 8 years, right?
Right.
Which to some people was a smear to the American culture, America's footprint, right? It was a smear because it was never that was never intended. That was not supposed to happen in some people's eyes, So it was a smear. So when I hear, and then that gave us hope. That gave a lot of us, of people of color, hope. Like, okay, well, there can be change. Finally, president looks like me. But then you hear you got a man of a different color that comes around and wins and says, "Let's make America great again." What does that really mean? To me, and I don't get into politics. I don't speak politics. I don't speak all that jargon. Some of it I don't even understand. But I will say this, what it means to me, and I deal with energy, I deal with God and just insight. And I'm not a dummy. When I hear that slogan, that phrase, "Make America Great Again," that says to me is, hold on, y'all. Don't get too happy.
Right.
You had your black president, but hold on. That didn't move you forward. We still got this under control. Let's wipe away this smear and make America great again. And let's get somebody that looks like who we want in power. And let's make America great again. So when I hear that, and I know all police aren't bad, but when I hear that, the ones that do live by that code, I feel like they try to enforce that will on us and try to show us that force by a baton or some bullets in our back to let us know you're still not free. Don't think because you had a president that looked like you for 8 years moved that forward, moved you forward, or freed you a little bit more. That's just how I feel. I feel like they're just forcing their will. They're literally putting their feet on our neck right now to show us, like, hold on, don't get happy,
right?
Because we gonna back up a little bit and take this back and show you who's running this. That's how I really feel about it. Regardless, huh?
No, you right, man. I feel the same way. It's just you can.
Because listen, hold on. I'm gonna let you talk, but listen, and it's almost like they're trying to erase his whole presidential elect, his whole, you know what I mean? Because everything or every bill, every plan, every whatever he put in motion, what do they try to do? They try to wipe it out.
I'm gonna take all of it.
They're trying to erase history. They're trying to erase him. Like he didn't even exist in the White House. He didn't exist in DC.
Right.
You know? And like I said, this is just my opinion. This is how I feel, though. You know? My opinion, and that's how I feel. That's what I get just off of energy, just off not being a dummy. And seeing what it really is. Because why all the racial tension now? Why all this white supremacy rising up? And people are almost, even the white supremacists are almost using force, blocking people in, barricading people in, all in your face, getting aggressive. It's like, let's make America great again. They're bringing it back. That's how I feel. And I'm not a person to say I hate anybody, because I don't. But just me, fly on the wall looking at this, because like I said, I don't do politics, but just a fly on the wall looking at this. That's what I see. That's what I get from it. Let's make America great again. What does that mean? What does that mean to you? Because I know what it means to me.
Right. Yeah. No, man. You right, man. I feel the same way. And you can look at that slogan and, you know, a lot of people can feel a lot of different things. You know, you have his supporters, they look at that and they can see it just as how you explain it. You know, Obama was in office, he shook up things like that shook up a history of presidents that were primarily and were mostly predominantly white men. So you have a black president come in and, you know, implement these things and do all these different things, Obamacare and whatnot. And it's like you said, like we're trying to wipe that out. Like they're going to the Supreme Court right now about Obamacare to get rid of that. Like some of the policies and stuff he enacted, like even with this whole, you know, pandemic with the coronavirus, Obama had a task force in place. And
that would have attacked that as soon as it came about, would have attacked it. What did he do?
So definitely, and I feel the same way. That slogan, you know, means, okay, yes, we need to erase that. We need to get back, make America great again. And also my a deeper meaning, you know, and when I first heard it, I'm like, man, that's like taking it back to segregation days, the slavery days. Like that's what
mentality.
I think. You know, like,
the mindset.
You know, MLK fought so hard to, you know, for us to be as one and be, you know, amongst each other and love one another, you know, and fought for civil rights and all those things. And it's like, okay, we're trying to erase all of that. Mm-hmm. You know, we're trying to take this back to what they call the good old days and stuff like that. So that's what when I heard that slogan, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
And for a lot of people, I'm sure they feel the same way, you know. So again, man, you know, whatever happens with this election, because this is a very important election, like whatever happens with this election, because I see just going out, man, it's so much hate just around, man. Like,
no.
You know, it's gonna be a race war, and no matter who wins, someone is gonna be upset. You have people out there that have a cult following to both of these parties and to these men, and that's why I say, man, if we don't put our faith in God and put our belief and trust in God, then, you know, we're going down the wrong path.
Right.
You know, but we right now, this country needs a change, man. Like we're in a very difficult time right now with this pandemic, race war, with, you know, all these different things is going on, police brutality. Mm-hmm. And like you said, man, you know, I'm not against police.
Yeah. We need them. We need them. I was just telling somebody the other day, I'm like, okay, if we didn't have police, man, we'd be living in a savage world. Right. Anything could happen. I mean, anything can happen anyway, but
what I'm against is bad police officers.
Yeah.
The ones that don't want to do their jobs properly, man. And we need more community policing, people that are from those communities that know how to relate to these people. Yeah. Because you have people that's not from those communities, officers go into these communities and they're afraid. They're on guard. They're different because they don't know how to handle and deal with certain people and how they speak. Yep. And, you know, so we need more of that. I'm not saying, hey, like I hear the term defund the police, and people hear that and say, oh, we're just pulling all funds from police. No, that's not what that means. Mm-mm. That's not what that means. It's like, okay, can we put some of those resources into building up communities and, you know, educating, you know, our communities instead of putting more money into prisons and things of that sort.
Right.
So, but yeah, man, that's my take. I know we're trying to talking about politics and different things, but that's my take on it. Again, like I said, my brother's a police officer. I want him to come home safe to his family. I'm worried when he's out there. I'm worried, you know, he's back out there now. So, and with all this stuff that's going on, who knows, you know, how things are going to, you know, pan out. But
man, you know what's sad though? The only thing that thwarts the whole operation of whatever agenda they may have for these bad police, these rogue police, or businesses or whatever. The only thing that speaks true to them is money. And that's where the whole defund police comes from. Because that's the only thing that could make somebody stop is money.
Right.
If you start hurting their pockets, hurting their family, not physically, but hurting their pockets, that hurts their family, you're taking food out, off the table, then they start to think like, hold on, wait, you're gonna defund me, take my money? That's why I understand rioting. Do I agree with it all the way? No. Peaceful protesting, yeah, but rioting, but I understand. It's like, okay, if I can't get you to understand me or get anything to move or anything accomplished or get through to you, then I'm gonna mess your money up. However, there's always insurance, so you're gonna get it back, but still, it still hurts you. You got to shut down business for a while, you got to rebuild, whatever. But you're doing business right, you got insurance. But that's, you got to hit them in the pocket, because that's the only way. That's the only thing they understand.
Right. But here's one thing I want to say on that. When they try to make it one-sided when there's protests and rioting and stuff, the urban community, the minorities and people that's out here that's protesting for Black Lives Matter or against social injustice and stuff like that, they're not the only ones but they focus on, okay, these are the ones that's rioting and looting, but you can look at the other side when other events and things occur and it's not the same.
Oh, you're talking about when someone loses like the World Series and they go out there and tear the town up,
jumping on cars, burning up stuff, and but that's because they're excited, their team just won. No, it's no different.
Yeah,
they're still tearing up stuff. They're still causing damage to the city. Yeah, they're still now the state and city refunds and stuff, resources have to go towards building up those cities and stuff.
I guess so. It's in celebration and they're not angry.
Right. Yeah, it's in celebration, right? But it's no different, man. So I don't know, man. I just try to just stay to myself, man. Stay in my lane and focus on these business ventures and just put my faith in God, man. Pray.
Absolutely. I think you're the first person I've ever even said that to about how I feel about the whole "Make America Great Again." Like I don't, you know what I mean? I don't express myself when it comes to that because I'm not for the debate.
Really, not the only one, man, that feel that though. Like I feel that. I'm sure there's like millions of people out there that may feel that. Like when you hear that, you just have a sense of like, yeah, man. It's like make America great again. Like
let's remind them.
Right.
Let's remind them. So, hold on.
Yeah, man.
It's just, it is what it is. Anyway, man, enough about that. Showstreamz. Let's talk about this new platform.
Yeah, man.
Let's talk about this new platform, man. Okay. Streaming is everywhere now.
Right.
Streaming is everywhere. So
we doing it right now. Live streaming right now.
Yep,
so
exactly.
Yep.
So I need you to talk to the viewers and tell them how significant and how monumental and different yours is, because I'm pretty sure people hear it and say, oh, it's just streaming. No, it's not just streaming.
Right. Just to give a little bit of context and kind of go back a little bit, because but and people are gonna say, oh, he's trying to do something that's already done. Yes. However, this idea has been in the works for me for over 13, 14 years.
Yep.
I have proposals. When you're talking about, we go back to MySpace.
I know.
People out there remember MySpace. You're going to talk about the social media before Instagram, before Facebook. I have proposals in my closet that kind of played on this whole thing with MySpace and that social media, platform. But Showstreamz is a live streaming platform for music performances and comedy shows of all genres. Let me say that again, of all genres, because it's not something that's just for one segment, one demographic. It's a platform that's going to be for everyone of all ages. So you'll be able to find live streaming, pay-per-view, or on-demand shows of all different genres of music or comedy.
Every
Every day,
all day.
housed in one location, because you'll see there's people doing it, right? There's companies that's doing it, but it's sporadic. It's all over the place. There's you have YouTube, you have Twitch, you have all these different platforms that you can use right now, or go and watch a live stream show. But those other platforms have other segments that they focus on.
Right.
Where Show Streamz is going to strictly focus on a particular segment of the industry and bring that experience to people, and it's going to be an experience. I like to use that word experience, because when people go to a live show, you get an experience from that, from the artist, from your favorite song, and connecting with that artist and being able to see them in person.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's going to be a little bit different. Obviously, if you like going to live shows, it's going to be a little bit different. But even before this pandemic hit, before COVID and all that stuff, and it forced sports and it forced entertainment to completely shut down and not have audiences, this was still going to be a thing. It would just complement, going to a live show. Like if I was in a certain market in the area that I couldn't make it to that show, then hey, I'll be willing to spend a couple bucks to watch it on the live stream.
So it's like so it's like when you go on there, it'll be kind of like Netflix. So when you go on there, you'll see all the listings, or there'll be like a category of comedy or music,
right,
and you could click on that, and it kind of be like a guide, and it'll show you who's gonna be going live, a real show somewhere in the world, who's going live at 9 o'clock tonight or 8 o'clock tonight, and you can pay your money and watch that show right from your couch. And this is an everyday thing. So it's like Netflix.
Everyday thing. If you think of it like that, it's like a Netflix type of platform, but for music and for comedy events.
Live.
Drill
that in there. Live. So if you hear about say Dave Chappelle, let's throw him out there. You hear about Dave Chappelle, he's gonna have a show December 15th. And you're like, oh man, but that's in Detroit and I can't be there. Well, guess what?
Right.
They can go on your platform.
Yep, they can come on Show Streamz
and watch.
Now, and I will say this, that's if we have that set up. We're working, working deals to be able to have that. So if an artist already have an existing show set up, we can, come in, be able to stream that show out to their fans on Show Streamz, right? But there will also be on-demand content where if a show is not live and you're waiting a couple days for a show, you still have so much other content on demand that you can watch. So if we had a show that was live, it will be up on the site, later down the line for on demand.
Right.
Now it's not going to be available right after the show. You will still be able to purchase that show up until a certain amount, certain amount of time, and then it will become available on demand. Now the way it will work is you will have two different type of membership subscriptions to the platform. You have a free membership and you have a premium membership.
Okay.
With the free membership, You will have access to all of the free events that we do on the site, whether it be a free live stream show or it could be a free on-demand show that we put up later on to view. If you have the premium membership, then you will pay either monthly or annually. You will get extra added value proposition to be a premium member. We will give you more things than what than what the free members are going to get. So, for example, you will get included one pay-per-view screen per month, because each pay-per-view will be at a reasonable fee. And when I say reasonable, it'll be a very relatively inexpensive to watch a pay-per-view show. Now, if you look at some of the competitors, they're charging upwards of anywhere up to $50 to watch a live stream.
Oh, wow.
Will someone pay that? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think if we keep our price points, at a certain level, then it entice people to want to watch their stream. But keep it reasonable for people. So again, if you have the free membership, then you will pay full price to watch a pay-per-view, versus for the premium members, they're going to get all the pay-per-views at half off after their first initial pay-per-view. So, it'll be a lot of content, going every single day, every week. It'll be something where, people will be able to see, their favorite artists. They'll be able to discover new artists that they've never heard of before. Because we'll be also working with, independent artists and stuff, and featuring their performances on the site. But it will be something on there for everyone.
Will there be any content where, say, you get the premium package, you can go on there and there is certain content that they can stream live for free all the time? Like if you just go on there and you say, okay, such and such is playing, I want to see that. Will there be a section for that they, that they can? Because I know like the bigger names, say if you got a Dave Chappelle, right, there's gotta be some money being paid out to Dave Chappelle, his team, and so on and so forth. So you gotta make that money. So you gotta probably charge a one-time fee, get that price just right, so that that you can make your back end, they can make their back end, because a subscription base, you're always gonna have to go a little bit lower to draw. Right. And that may not pay the bills on these bigger acts. So, but are there gonna be, so say if you have like indie artists who are performing live, will they have free access to that if you got the premium package?
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. The premium package, you're gonna get pretty much everything, on what's available on the site. Again, if you're a free member, then you will have access to anything that's considered free content that's on the site. So, for example, if we have an independent artist, that's doing a live show, obviously they're not gonna, some of these independent artists have good followings, some of them don't.
Right.
So depending on their followings, and they may already have a fan base established, they may not. So, or it may be a show, a live stream that we do for free that may be a part of a benefit or some sort.
Okay.
But all of the free content will be available for free members. What will entice them to want to upgrade is, again, if we have some of their favorite acts that's on the platform that they want to see, that's on a live pay-per-view, then they're going to get half off on that, or they'll get it every month they'll get included one pay-per-view live stream at no cost, and then everything will be 50% after that.
Okay.
But then you also have access to a database of on-demand shows where you can go back and watch those shows later on. You wasn't able to see one of the pay-per-views. Everyone have things going on in life where they might have missed that. So, but they still want to see it. So that pay-per-view will be available up to a certain amount of time, but they will still have half off on it. Once it hit a certain, and I don't want to give the length, time frame here, because there's some things are still premature, but they will still have access to that content on demand at no cost once it has already kind of, you know, played its course and, you know, have been on the site for, you know, maybe a couple months. Then they will have access to that content on demand, where the free members won't have access to any of the pay-per-view shows as an on-demand. They can still purchase it at up to a certain period, but they won't be able to go back in and watch that later on.
Right.
There will be there's some other, you know, some value adds, you know, for members that, you know, I'm not going to get into, just you know, some things.
All the sauce.
Right. So, but there are some other things that, you know, will entice members to, you know, be involved and purchase a membership to the platform, you know, as we, you know, develop more content. Right now we have our first show on November 7th. So, you know, anyone can go in right now and sign up for a free membership. There's no premium memberships available right now. You know, as we build more content and we have more things for people to watch, then we will, you know, gradually roll out the premium membership. But that will be most likely be, you know, when we have, you know, and I'm not going to say the name of the artist, but we have some big acts that's going to be coming to the platform that we'll roll out, and then from there we'll have our memberships available. But right now, if, you know, they want to watch the free show that we have on November 7th at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 Eastern Time, it's on Showstreamz.com, and that's Showstreamz with a Z. So Streamz with a Z, no S.
Okay.
So SHOWSTREAMZ.com. So they can go on right now, sign up for a free membership. And again, it's free. We're not asking for credit card information, none of that. You sign up for a free member. You can, you know, put a picture on your profile, you know, look at your, you know, customize your profile and whatnot, and then come back in and watch the show on November 7th.
You got a Latasha Jordan, she's on here. She's saying, "Wow, that's so cool." So Latasha, you make sure you go sign up. Show Streamz. I'm gonna have the link in the description. I gotta change some things because, like I said, this was, you know, we had to get it going over there. But I'm gonna put the link in there. I'll put the tags and everything in there too. You know what? I had an idea, man. This could be game changing in a sense that, think about if you could get the record labels. So if you're dealing with these major artists who are still signed with labels, if you can get them to implement a master license like they have for the clubs and these venues for you, so that way it'll simplify how they bill you. You know what I'm saying? And it'll simplify having to work this out every single time you're working with an artist. If they could simplify a master license that will pay the artist what they need to be paid, the label gets paid, you get paid, that could be game changing.
Yeah, man, you look, you putting out some sauce over the airwaves, man. That's groundbreaking, man. So look, if people watching, you heard KoolKard say it, and it didn't come from nobody else. He's on here live saying it right now.
Yeah.
So like,
what about
man,
that
I
though?
Up with groundbreaking. No, you didn't. You know, November 3rd, 2020. KoolKard came up with it. Exclusive.
No, but seriously though.
But that'll be hot, man. That'll be hot. But we yeah, man, we're gonna be working with labels, agencies, and like I said, we're already in talks with some people right now. You know, my partner out of LA, you know, his background, his connections, man, go far.
Connected.
Right, you know. So yeah, man, I'm excited about this project, man. We just launched. It's a right now. It's not a full. I call it a pre-launch or kind of test phase with the show on the 7th. But you know, when we fully launch the site, you know, it's gonna be, you know, some stuff up there for everyone to see. We're gonna have some bigger acts and bigger artists. But right now, this is, you know, getting it off the ground and getting people familiar with the brand and what it is. And there's other platforms out there, but like I said, they're not doing it or going to do it the way we're going to do it. And I'm not focused on them. You have some major players out there as well, because the question has come up, well, what about this and what about these, compare. I'm not.
What about them?
Right. I mean,
what about them?
Live streaming is going to happen. There's no way around that. Like, people are live streaming through IG, through YouTube, through Twitch, and all these other things, right? But I always come back to, like, my thing is the vision that I have, that I've had for a long time, that's been developing and that's continued to develop. No one can take those things. Like, you can try to duplicate it, but I think where we will separate from competitors is our relationships of major players that we have in the industry right now, and the artists that we can get to right now. So that will separate us from the rest. But and we have, this is a corporation. This is a corporation that's established. We'll be selling stock as well. So we'll be selling stock in the company. I already have a page that I put together for that with a whole company overview. So if anyone that's interested, that want to buy stock, that page is private. You have to have a password to get to it, so I can give you access to that if you are serious about purchasing stock. But other than that, yeah, man, we just building every day and putting these pieces together.
Yeah, man, I'm proud of you, man. Like, this is gonna be groundbreaking. Like I said, it's very innovative, man. It's forward thinking. Like, it's just different, and it's gonna work. It's gonna work. How can it not work? Who can sit there and tell me that they would not enjoy sitting on their couch, clicking on Show Streamz like they do Netflix, and say, man, let me check out who's playing tonight. Who has a comedy show tonight? Oh, Dave Chappelle. Oh, Kevin Hart. Oh, Earthquake. Oh, whatever. You know what I mean? And you can watch it live. This is not pre-recorded. Of course, you can go and watch the pre-recorded stuff, but live shows at any given time. We're talking comedy. We're talking music.
Right, music. Once things get back up and going, because again, this platform is not just developed on the pandemic and COVID because people can't go to shows. That's not, the idea didn't come from that. It enhances things right now for people because they can't go to shows, and we can put some of their favorite artists right in front of them where they can watch it from their phone, their TV, their tablet, desktop, wherever, right? But even once venues start to open back up, artists start getting back on the road and touring and stuff, whatnot, we'll be able to bring some of those shows where you wouldn't otherwise have been able to see them. And there might be some shows that are sold out that people can't make it to. We can be able to present that show on Showstreamz.
You know what I truly believe? I believe that it's all on God's time. It's all on God's time, because you had this in the making from 13 years ago, but COVID set people's mind to where you needed their minds to be to accept this, to really dive into this, to really get it, and it could flourish. And that's what it is. It's all timing, man. That's why when people talk about don't happen overnight, it doesn't happen overnight. It happens at the right time. Doesn't mean that somebody hasn't been working on this for 13 years, but now is the time. Right.
Yeah, people look at things, man, and say, "Oh, that's he or she was an overnight success," and it don't happen like that, man. And I'm not even saying I'm a success. I'm gonna get there. I just have small wins every day. I know that when I'm working on a project or working on something, for this, I just like, okay, that's my win for the day.
You're winning.
But eventually this will be the leading and successful platform out there for live streaming events. So
without a doubt,
be on the lookout for it, because I'm, like I said, I'm excited about it. I'm passionate about it. I have invested a lot of time, and just, it's going to be groundbreaking, man.
It is.
you know, it's just some things that, you know, we have in the works for it, man. I'm just excited about
Don't
it.
give them too much. Don't give them too much.
Yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned. We building, we're growing.
Yes, sir.
And we're gonna be here, man. So,
yes, sir.
You know, I'll be able to come back on here, man. We'll talk about some more things.
Oh, for sure. For sure. We'll have...
Actually, this is it's cool that you brought, you know, he canceled, because, you know, not cool that he canceled. I know it was last minute, but, you know, I'm glad that I was able to come on here and speak about it, because, you know, we got this show on the 7th, and you know, everything is in just God's hands right now.
Good promo, man.
Right. So it's a good plug for it.
Yeah, for sure. Y'all tune in, man, and really go check that out. Show Streamz, www.showstreamz.com. Go on there, register, set up a profile. He's not asking for any money. It's a free show.
Right. It's a free show.
Yeah.
It's a free show. We're gonna have. Listen, I get it. You know, we're in the pandemic. People may not have the funds and money to, you know, buy a show right now. Yeah. But again, once we do launch pay-per-view shows, when I say it's gonna be very reasonably priced, very inexpensive. Anyone can afford it.
And listen, I can say this for you. I know you don't do anything Rudy Poot half a. The talent is gonna be there. November 7th, the talent is there. This dude, he owns the stage. He's a great performer, good music. So it's worth the watch. And it's free. Right.
And if it's not for you, again, we're gonna, like I said, we'll have all genres of music.
Yeah.
So if R&B is your thing, if oldies is your thing, if jazz, if gospel, you know,
it's coming.
If rock, if you know, all
it's
of
coming.
That, reggae, it's coming.
If anything,
we'll have something for everyone.
If anything, show up, check out the show, and witness history in the making, because it's coming.
Right. And if there's an artist, there's a genre of someone that you may be interested in seeing, hey, go to the contact us page on the site once you become, you know, a member, and just, you know, let us know. Yeah. You know, we're gonna definitely, you know, the biggest thing too is you know, what I want people to know is it's not for us just like, okay, we need to make a lot of money on this.
Yeah.
This is for the people. You know, this is for fans. This is for people that don't have that opportunity to maybe go to a concert or see their favorite artist, but they can watch it from their living room if they want, kick back. You know, I don't care. You have a watch party at your house, like, you know,
yeah.
like something, you know.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is futuristic.
Right.
People haven't seen this before.
The artist will be able to bring an experience to you, because it's just gonna be up there just performing. You know, we'll have some other things that, you know, that'll bring an experience for you, just, you know, watching it, you know, on your television or your phone or wherever. But yeah, man, it's gonna be, you know, quality and experience.
I truly believe.
Check it out if you can, and, you know, we just we're gonna grow and bring you guys some exciting stuff. So
before we get out of here, I'm just gonna say this: I truly believe that this is gonna be one of them platforms that changes the world. And I say this, and we talked about this. There's certain brands, there's certain things that come about that, you know, they're there. You can do without them. But when you have like an Apple, a Microsoft, who else is out there? These big names, Windows, Google. This is the stuff right now that the way the world is, it's almost like we can't live without it. And it implements so much change into your life and the way you perform your life and carry out your life on a daily basis. I really think that Show Streamz is going to be one of those life-changing platforms and brings you a different experience that you've never experienced in your life before. And you're going to be like, man, what would I do without this? And you're not even going to be able to remember what it was like without it, because now you're going to be able to get on your couch and watch live concerts all day, any day, comedy all day.
Look, discover artists, and, you know, shows that that you've never seen before, like, or just never heard. Like, oh, we'll have that. We'll have that for people, man. And and this is going to be a great thing for artists too.
Yeah.
Not even, we haven't even touched on their side of things, but just from a revenue potential for them to make money and make revenue. A lot of artists are hurting right now because if they're not one of these the A-listers or the B-listers that have a lot of money saved up, their bread and butter is touring and doing shows, and they can't do that right now. So they're hurting. And if there's artists out there that's independent, that's watching the show, or if anyone's watching the show that know artists that can sing, can rap, whatever, send them to the site.
Yep.
Send them to the site. Have them hit us up. We're working with people that are passionate about their craft and have good talent that we can showcase on Show Streamz.
And look,
so
I got an idea too. I got another idea. Thinking about how the NFL is doing things now, how the NBA piped in crowd noise. Say COVID hits or sticks around and they can't tour. Well, guess what now? Your platform allows them to still have a concert in a venue, pipe in crowd noise, put on a huge performance, get paid for it. Like if they paid like as if they were touring, right. Not a live show on their Instagram live. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, this is a platform that's gonna change the world. It is.
Right.
It is. And these type of things come around every so often. Not all the time, but I really feel like you got that in the bag. I really do.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I mean, we've been talking about this for years, and just building on it. And there's different ideas that's been coming up and things that that we can do to enhance and make this great for people.
Yeah.
But that's going to be the thing. It's going to not only from an artist side, but from a viewer, a fan. We want to bring that connection between the artists, and there may be some artists that you guys haven't seen in a while that we'll have on there. Like we're looking to bring back some artists that's out there that they don't get that venue show anymore. It costs so much to produce that show. There's a lot of overhead, and a lot of people don't know, because that's my background. That's what I do. I oversee a venue here in Vegas, and it costs a lot of money. There's a lot of people behind the scenes that produce these shows that you don't see, that have to get paid. And a lot of those people right now are hurting. They're not working, and it even if you look at some of the biggest acts out there, they come with an entire entourage, a team. I don't say an entourage like people just hanging around. No, they come with people that have a role, that have a job, to make sure that artist is their best on stage, and that the performance goes off where people that's paying good money, that they have an experience. So right. That costs a lot of money. So those artists that's sitting out there right now that's not working, this is something for them. This is something for fans. They're bored and they're tired of flipping through and listening to Biden and Trump and listen to this this presidential stuff going on. Yeah. Let's take music is a universal language of just every type of emotion, right? That we feel, from happiness to sadness to everything, for love and pain. That is a comfort to a lot of people.
Yeah.
We can flip on and listen to our music streaming services and do all that, but now let's have a visual. Let's have something that people can watch. Let's let people discover. Let people, fall in love with art.
Yeah.
The
performance.
That's what it's gonna be.
The art, the performance.
The performance.
Really fall in love with the artist outside of just hearing the music, man. Because a lot of people love an artist and never seen them, but then when you get to see them, like I've had some artists, and I'm gonna keep it short. I'm gonna wrap this up real quick, but I've had some artists that I liked, and I saw them in person in a live performance, and I was like, why? do anything. They're not a performer. They don't entertain, you know. And it's like, dang, you know, I had high hopes for you, and you know, it's like, okay, I like the music, but now I'm kind of, you know, I don't know.
Right.
So yeah.
Right. So yeah, like yeah, it'll do all that and then some. You know, I'm not expecting people to like everything that we have up. And again, this is going to be where you're gonna find something that you love. You're gonna see your favorite artist.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be a variety. It's gonna be stuff on there for everyone. You know, just to keep it going, man, and then just keep people enjoying and having experience, and that's what it's gonna be about, man. So I'm excited for it. I love being behind the scenes now. We was in the forefront doing that stuff, man, back in the day. But I love being behind the scenes and just creating and being innovative and coming up with new things, man. So
keep it going, brother. It's gonna be something great. Y'all make sure y'all check out the site, showstreamz.com, streams with a Z. Check out the pre-show November 7th. The link will be in the description. Check him out on Instagram. Go follow him so you can keep up with what he's got going on and the progression. It's at Showstreamz on Instagram. Check him out. Check him out. Check him out. Support. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. Get out of here.
So yeah, we're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. We'll have TikTok, Snapchat.
There you go. Just put it. Listen, just Google Showstreamz, and you're gonna see it all. For sure. Well, listen, man, I appreciate you coming on last minute. But it worked out though. It worked out right on time. Like I said, God's time, man, right on time. Promote your show. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on in for me, brother, and we're able to talk and put your baby out here to the world and let them see how brilliant it is. And yeah, everybody tuning in or watching us on replay, thank you for tuning in. Every Tuesday, 10 p.m., Kicking It with KoolKard, another episode. You never know who I might have, all right? We're going to keep bringing you this value, keep bringing you good conversations, keep bringing you great guests. Until next time, man, we out of here.
Jeez, man, appreciate you having me on, man. Thank you.
Oh, man,
you
always love.
Too, boy.
Huh?
No, I said you on your way too.
I appreciate that.
Keep doing what you do, man. Thank you.
I appreciate it. I'll take that. And thank everybody, man. I couldn't do this without y'all. I do this for y'all. Can't do it without y'all and my guests. So appreciate that, man. All love. Until next time, we out. We're gonna wake up with a new president tomorrow. We out.
Peace.